In the news this week, Marie Stopes suspends abortions after a critical health watchdog report, a Christian football coach takes legal action after being fired for praying, and US families sue a high school district over new transsexual bathroom rules. Hello. The abortion group Marie Stopes International has suspended several types of abortion in England after a health watchdog uncovered serious patient safety concerns. The move impacts all abortions for under 18s and vulnerable groups of women, and all abortions carried out under general anaesthetic or conscious sedation. The Care Quality Commission raised concerns in areas including consent and safeguarding, and the lack of assurance in relation to training and competence in conscious sedation and general anaesthesia. It said it would produce a report with more detail in the autumn, but that it would continue to monitor the situation very closely. Marie Stopes has said it's working with the watchdog to address the issues. An American football coach who was fired for praying after high school football games is suing his former employer in an attempt to get his job back. Joe Kennedy had been the head coach of a junior varsity team in Washington State. He routinely prayed at the conclusion of a game, but after 8 years the school district told him to stop praying, bowing his head or kneeling. The coach refused, and after being placed on administrative leave, he was given a poor performance evaluation and the school did not renew his contract. Bremerton High School said praying poses a risk of violating constitutional rights, but Kennedy's lawyer said the school is discriminating against him. Another coach who engaged in Buddhist chanting was not disciplined. Kennedy explained that his actions go far beyond seeking to win a match.
It's not the X's and O's and winning football games, it's watching these guys overcoming the things that they go through in life and emerging as a stronger person because of it, and knowing that you get them for such a small time in their life and being able to be part of it. That's a blessing. That's what God called me to do, and I'd go through it all over again for him in a second because I love these guys.
Also in America, over 50 families are suing a high school district over new transsexual bathroom rules. Students and parents for privacy are seeking to stop an Illinois school from forcing girls to share toilets with boys who wish to identify as girls. The US Department of Education had threatened to remove township high schools' federal funding if they did not comply. The families have received legal support from religious liberty group Alliance Defending Freedom. ADF interviewed children involved in the case. Their identities have been obscured to protect them.
When I found out that a male might be using the same bathroom as me while I'm at school, I felt very violated, very uncomfortable, very vulnerable, and I don't feel that it's okay to have a male using the same bathroom as me. That's not all right having male students being in the same locker rooms as females.
And finally, heroes from history who were vilified as extremists in their day have been celebrated in a new Christian Institute publication. The Little Book of Nonviolent Extremists highlights historical figures from Martin Luther King and Gandhi to William Wilberforce and John Wesley, all people who were willing to stand alone and shake up the consensus of the day. The book warns that if they were campaigning in the UK today, they could well be labelled as extremists under the government's proposals for extremism disruption orders. Kieran Kelly, head of communications at the Christian Institute, told UCB Radio how the proposals could affect those with traditional views.
The notion that they will come up with something which talks about catching people who are making legitimate arguments, not inciting terror, not encouraging people to take acts in violence, but having non-mainstream views, the kind of views which they might be different to the kind of things that Rosa Parks and John Bunyan were espousing in the past, but perhaps non-mainstream views. There's a danger, a very real danger in the way that the government are talking about it, that people with these mainstream views, perhaps Christians, not necessarily Christians, there certainly could be part of it, but it goes a lot wider than that. They could get this label of an extremist.
You can read the book on our website or call us to order free copies. Well, that's all for this week. For regular updates and information on all of our stories plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.